Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this part we will see the application of the operational amplifier, that is here we will see how the operational amplifier is used as a subtractor. So as in the previous classes we have already discussed about the adder circuit. So in this subtractor, so the adder circuit it basically do the mathematical addition, and here in the subtractor it performs mathematical subtraction. It performs mathematical subtraction, and here we will use the resistance having the equal magnitude. So all the resistances of equal magnitude are used here. So now let us draw the operational amplifier. Suppose, so this is our operational amplifier having one inverting and another one is your non-inverting terminal. So always I will do, this is your operational amplifier and another one is your output terminal, and here this is suppose the resistor, and here also we are connected a resistor, suppose like this for the non-inverting terminal, and at this point here also and resistor, and it is been connected to the ground. Okay, this resistor have the value R, and this is also R, this one is also R. This is your VA voltage, and here the VB voltage will be given across this point, and here we will connect a feedback resistor at the point the inverting terminal, and this is your output voltage, and this is your R. Okay, all the resistances are here are used, and here the resistance that is across the feedback resistor, the always the current I will take, that is your IF, that is the feedback current, and here across the non-inverting terminal the current is suppose I1, and across the inverting terminal the current is suppose I2. Okay, and here across this VB, that is this resistor, so here the current is flowing, that is your IB suppose, and here across this point, that is the when the voltage VA is given, so the current will be suppose IA. Okay, so in this way I can draw the subtractor of the op-amp circuit. Now if I will apply the KCL at the point, suppose this point is G, so at the point is G, if I will apply KCL at this point, so let me write, applying Kirchhoff's current law at point Z, or that the node Z, you can see the current at this terminal is this current is IA, and that is equal to, so here this current is suppose across this resistor, this is suppose IX, so here the current will be I1 plus IX, so the current IA will be equal to I1 plus IX. So now if I write, this IA will be equal to at the node Z, so this is IA is equal to IX plus I1. Okay, and here for the ideal op-amp, if I will consider this to be connected to the ground, and here for the ideal op-amp this Ix can be considered to be 0, so this Ix equal to 0 for the ideal op-amp. So simply we can write this IA, or we can write IA is equal to I1. Okay, now let us see what is the value of IA. Now here at this point, so suppose at this point the voltage is suppose V1, so here in place of IA I can write, this is your VA minus V1 divided by R. Okay, now if I write the voltage in the current in terms of voltage, I can write, or in for IA I will write VA minus V1 divided by R, and that is equal to, if I will write for the I1, now you can see here, so here at the point, at this point the voltage is V1. Okay, so now if I will consider the current for this I1, so now this current will be this V1 minus 0 divided by this R. So I can write this V1 minus 0 divided by R. So let me write. So this I1 equal to V1 minus 0 divided by R. Or simply, if I'll solve this expression, now this will becomes VA, R get cancelled, this will be VA equal to, so this is simply V1 by R. So this will be VA equal to 2 into V1. Okay. Or I can write the V1 that is equal to VA by 2. This is suppose equation 1. Similarly, if I'll apply the Kirchhoff's current law at this point, let me take another color. So at this point, if I'll consider that point is suppose G prime. So this point is G prime. So at this point, if I'll consider the Kirchhoff's current law, so here you can see IB equal to IF plus this current, this is your I2. Okay. So IB equal to IF plus I2. And also for the ideal op-amp, we can consider this I2 to be 0 because there will be no current flowing through the operational amplifier, and this is always true. Okay, since the input impedance is infinite, or you can say, yes, since the input impedance is infinite or the voltage gain is infinite, you can consider that the current through this op-amp is equal to 0. So simply this is your IT equal to 0, or I can write IB equal to IF. So let us write. So applying KCL, at G prime point, at the node G prime, we can write IB equal to the total current, that is I2 plus IF. But for the ideal op-amp, you have to write, for the ideal op-amp, operational amplifier. Okay, for ideal op-amp, this I2 equal to 0. So since this I2 equal to 0, so we can write that implies IB will be equal to IF. Okay, this IB equal to IF. Now we can write, or in place of IB, you can see what is the value of this current. So suppose the voltage across this point is suppose V2. Okay, so now I can write, this is your, for the IB current, this is your IB current, this will be VB minus V2 divided by R. So for the current IB, this will be VB minus V2 divided by R. So if I write, this is your, for IB here I am writing VB minus V2 divided by R, and that is equal to IF. Now let us see IF. So for the IF, you can see this is your IF current. So this IF current will be V2 minus VO divided by this R. So for this IF, we can write V2 minus VO divided by R. So let me write, this will be equal to V2 minus VO by R. So R get cancelled. Now we can write, this will be VB minus V2 minus V2, that is equal to V2 minus VO, or simply we can write VO will be equal to, so you know, from the concept of the virtual ground, we can consider this V1 equal to V2. Since this terminal is connected to the ground, so here we can consider the voltage, that is V1, so that is equal to the voltage you will find across this terminal. Okay, so we can simply put V1 equal to V2. So now simply substituting V1 equal to V2, we will get VO equal to twice of V1 minus VB. This is your 2V2 minus VB, and now we can write, this is your 2V1 minus VB. In place of V2, we are simply substituting V1, that is from the concept of virtual ground. Okay, you will write from the concept of virtual ground. Okay, So this is again equal to 2 into, in place of V1, if we will substitute the value, you can see the value of the V1, that is when we are applying the Kirchhoff's current law at the point Z, we have calculated already V1 equal to VA by 2. Now if I substitute this value, now what we will get? This is simply 2 into, in place of V1 I will write, this is VA divided by 2 minus VB. So this 2 get cancelled. Now the remaining will be, now you can write this VO will be equal to now, or this output voltage equal to VA minus VB. So that is the difference between the two voltages, that is VA minus VB. So here if I will write, so what we finally get? So the output voltage is equal to the difference between two input voltages. Okay, now let me show you again the diagram. So in this figure you can see, so the voltages VA and VB, so this is being applied across this non-inverting and the inverting terminal respectively. So finally you will get VO equal to VA minus VB. Okay, that's why it is called the subtractor op amp. Okay, that's why its name is subtractor op amp. So this is all for today. Thank you all.